Where do you dream of spending your next vacation? Are you looking for that perfect island paradise that's easy to get to? Suppose I told you that your dream getaway was only 2.5 hours south of Miami in the United States Virgin Islands. St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas. America's Caribbean. It's simply the ultimate vacation. A fantasy playground whose lingering images bring visitors back again and again. Here, a never-ending summer wraps itself around unlimited water sports, world-class resorts, duty-free shopping, fabulous dining, a fascinating mix of friendly people and cultures and centuries of history. And surrounding it all is the ever-present natural splendor of the United States Virgin Islands. There are more than 50 islands and keys in the United States Virgin Islands group, but the three principal islands are St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas. These tropical gems lie close together, and island hopping is popular with the residents as well as visitors. Each island has its own special charm, unique history, and its own distinct personality. Yet, they also have many wonderful characteristics in common, too, including their unmatched Caribbean beauty. In addition to having some of the best beaches in the world, there's championship golf, dramatic scuba diving sites, incredible sports fishing, fabulous sailing, and romance all around. The United States Virgin Islands is one of the premier destinations in the Caribbean. Its moderate year-round climate varies about 5 degrees in average temperature from winter to summer. If you like to shop, then you're in for a treat. The United States Virgin Islands are the #1 Caribbean destination for shopping, and for many reasons. It's a free port with no luxury tax and no sales tax. All 3 of the United States Virgin Islands offer shoppers a $1,200 duty-free limit. That's twice what other Caribbean islands offer, and 3 times that of Europe. And locally made items, artwork, and unset precious stones are exempt from any limit at all. Additionally, the USVI offers an unsurpassed variety of shops, from magnificent jewelry, one-of-a-kind pieces of art, china, crystal, watches, liquor, perfume, designer fashions, and more. The United States Virgin Islands has it all. You can get back to nature on your holiday, for the islands are very environmentally aware. St. Croix's Sandy Point is home to protected nesting turtles, and most of St. John is a national park. And St. Thomas offers a guided kayak eco-tour through its protected mangrove lagoon sanctuary. Enjoy the world-class dining and nights as lively as you like. You can experience the rich West Indian culture by sampling the mouth-watering cuisine and Caribbean music that makes you want to get up and dance. Now that you've had a taste of what the United States Virgin Islands has to offer, here's a closer look at each island. St. Croix is the largest of the U.S. Virgin Islands and is home to about 55,000 residents. The countryside varies from rainforest-like tropical foliage to pastoral scenery. St. Croix has gentler terrain than the other islands, and its rolling green hills are dotted with centuries-old sugar mill ruins. There are lush botanical gardens, 2 18-hole golf courses, unsurpassed scuba diving, the restored Estate Whim Plantation, and sweeping white sand beaches. St. Croix is also home to a fabulous casino, offering visitors yet another activity from which to choose while enjoying their visit to this tropical paradise. St. Croix epitomizes rich Caribbean history with its 200-site heritage trail. This self-guided tour takes visitors from Salt River, where Columbus landed on his second trip to the New World in 1493, to the Loets Museum, an old Danish family home showing a glimpse of Prussian history. Other stops include several ancient sugar plantation ruins in locations all around the island. The recently restored government house in Christiansted, this island's largest city, and the Millennium Monument at Point Udall, the easternmost point of the United States. This stone sundial, made out of 2 large M's, the Roman numerals for 2000, was erected to commemorate the first dawn of the new millennium for the United States. Just off St. Croix's north shore is the remarkable Buck Island Reef National Monument. home to rare birds, turtles, and a spectacular coral reef and underwater snorkel trail. Day trips to Buck Island are a must-do for visitors to St. Croix. Back across the channel in Christiansted Harbor, Fort Christiansvern, restored by the National Park Service, still stands guard. And in Frederiksted at the west end of the island is Fort Frederick, site of the first foreign salute to the United States in 1776 and the Declaration of Emancipation in 1848. Today, Frederiksted serves as the cruise ship port for St. Croix. This newly renovated port is one of the few cruise ship ports that offers visitors a gorgeous beach to enjoy within walking distance, cultural street festivals, and an increased number of stores, tours, and activities have drawn more and more cruise ships to discover this beautiful Caribbean port on St. Croix. Just 20 minutes away are the islands of St. John and St. Thomas. St. John is the smallest of the three main islands and the most pristine because about 2/3 of the island lies within the Virgin Islands National Park. Its new cruise bay facility offers visitors informational brochures, maps, and books. The park maintains 22 hiking trails, from easy downhill shaded walks to uphill treks where the hiker is rewarded with breathtaking mountaintop views. The National Park is also home to the historic Annaberg Sugar Plantation ruins and the world-famous Trunk Bay, truly one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. The picturesque village of Cruz Bay offers excellent shopping from Wharfside Village to nearby Mongoose Junction. A variety of boutiques, art galleries, jewelry stores, eclectic shops, and several restaurants and cafes are all within walking distance of each other. Even though it's growing, St. John is still an unspoiled jewel in the Caribbean where quiet reigns and time is forgotten. Of course, nature's artistry is the main attraction here. Places like Francis Bay, Cinnamon Bay, and Hawks Nest Bay are considered among the most beautiful in the world. And since most of the island as well as the surrounding waters are in the national park, it remains largely undeveloped. Its splendor and history protected. An hourly ferry takes tropical commuters from St. John to nearby St. Thomas, only minutes away. St. Thomas's Charlotte Amalia is the capital of the United States Virgin Islands. Only about 56,000 people live on St. Thomas, but many more consider this island their second home. Something about this place brings people back year after year, and it's easy to see why. The past here has literally lasted long enough to become part of the present. Numerous old historic buildings and homes on St. Thomas are still in use, and they make sightseeing on this island a delightful glimpse at a very colorful history. In downtown Charlotte Amalia, an almost magical shopping area has evolved from old masonry warehouses. Here, treasures from throughout the world beckon to travelers, and more cosmopolitan shopping awaits visitors mere steps away from the cruise ship dock. Charlotte Amalia's gorgeous natural harbor is the main port in the United States Virgin Islands for cruise ships, inter-island ferries, and charter boats. In fact, this is one of the world's most popular cruise ship ports. If you'd rather be in or under the water, St. Thomas offers beautiful sugar sand beaches, like world-famous Magens Bay. Water perfect for swimming, snorkeling, and diving. At Coral World, an underwater observatory and marine park, you can get an extraordinary view of life beneath the sea. Stay dry, or go sea trekking. Work on your swing at the spectacular Mahogany Run Championship Golf Course. Take a tram ride to the top of a mountain, or enjoy a bicycle tour on nearby Water Island, also known as the Fourth Virgin Island. One of the most fascinating sights here is Carnival. This elaborate festival takes place in the spring and lasts for days. It features brilliant costumes, music, dance, local foods, and mokojumbis, a Virgin Islands cultural icon brought to the islands by the West Africans. St. John holds a spectacular 4th of July celebration every summer, and an exhilarating Crucian Christmas festival takes place on St. Croix in December. After a long day of play in the Virgin Islands, it's time to relax and be pampered a bit. Accommodations range from historic inns and casual guest houses to elegant hotels or the most opulent of resorts. On St. Croix, visitors can choose from seaside hotels, spacious luxury resorts, charming inns, or beachfront condos. On St. John, eco-resorts and seaside campsites are very popular. Here, getting back to nature is a real treat for all. For those visitors who prefer to stay elsewhere, secluded resorts and villas are also available. Most of the hotel rooms in the United States Virgin Islands are located on St. Thomas. That means the largest number of options are available on this island. St. Thomas has several deluxe resorts, lovely historic inns, beachfront hotels and condos, private villas, all-inclusive options, and more. Just state your desire, and there's most likely the perfect place for you. The Virgin Islands are a United States territory purchased from Denmark in 1917. The currency is the U.S. dollar and English is the language. That makes vacationing here so easy. And if you're a U.S. citizen, you don't even need a passport. Getting to the United States Virgin Islands couldn't be easier, either by cruise ship or by air. There are non-stop flights from the U.S. mainland and connections from around the world. It's only about 3.5 hours by air from New York and 2.5 hours from Miami. And airline service from the continental United States continues to grow. The United States Virgin Islands, America's Caribbean, St. Croix, St. John, St. Thomas. See your travel agent and see all three.